In this video, we're going to talk about input and output. So, thus far, we've been dealing with assigning all of our variables, right? We say x equals 10. We say y equals high. But in real life, there's applications which require the user to tell the program what to input, what to input. So in this example, if I want to say, hi, and then I want to concatenate that with Mike, hi Mike, well, how do I know my name's Mike? I want to be able to prompt for it. So what I do to get input, I use the input keyword. So let's look at this following example right here that I've written. So we go here and let's dissect this right here. We say name, and that's just going to be a variable name like we've been going over, is going to be equal to the input of the prompt, what is your name? Now, let's look in this. So actually, let's execute this. And we get this prompt right here, right? It says, what is your name? Well, let me enter it, Mike. And now, if I go into the name variable, I see that my name is, the name variable is indeed equal to what I told it it is. So the input keyword or function says, okay, let me take in user input, but I'll give this like prompt to tell the user, what exactly I'm looking for. So now with that, I can say hi space name, and that would be hi Mike. And you could have entered anything, right? I mean, you can reassign it, and you can enter the prompt again instead Bob. And let me copy this line again. Say hi Bob. So that's how the input key variable works. Now let's talk about output for a quick second. I mean, we've been dealing with output to the extent that if I type in x equals 5 and I type in the word x, I get the number 5. However, in another, there's another way to output something, and this is going to be the way that we do it in an actual Python program. This is right, as I mentioned before, the IDLE idle is used for kind of like short code, and we want to see what happens. However, it also when we give the idle some input, in this case x, it'll evaluate it and tell us the value of the input x. However, in an actual program, if we type out the letter X, it might not know what to do. It might not output it. So another way to do output is to use the print keyword. And all the print keyword does, it's straightforward. It prints it out. It outputs it. So let me, and we can pass in anything to print pretty much. We can pass in the word hey, and it outputs hey. We can, put in X. We get 5. We can print 5. We can put in a string, a number, an integer, really anything, any variable, we can print name, and it'll output it. So this is going to be important when we deal with Python programs in the next video, or maybe 2 videos from that. So now let's talk about this input and output combination and how we can use this. So if I want to say, okay, I want to output the word like hey name. I did that similar here, but I had to kind of use this like evaluate string literal right there. I had to kind of literally evaluate that string. What I can do is I could take in the name and then output it as a print statement. So I could say name is equal to input what is your first name. So I'm going to prompt the user for their first name. It's going to get stored in this variable called name Bill, and now I can say greetings, and just like we talked about in the previous video, we can combine 2 strings together, greetings name. So print greetings Bill, and now we're all good to go. So that's input and output, and next video we're going to be talking about functions.